Oh, that's a beautiful sight and sound right there. Training camp for the Jacksonville Jaguars back in action this week as the NFL taking steps towards an on-time start to its season. And plenty of question marks on if football can exist without a bubble that has been so successful for the NBA, the NHL, and MLS in the last couple months. They might not have a bubble, but daily testing and an immense amount of resources has the NFL on track. Only time, of course, will tell if that continues to be the case. This time around at camp, the defensive line has a different look than it has the past few years. Obviously, no Calais Campbell off to Baltimore, no Yannick Ngakoue, and who knows how that's going to turn out. Instead, the focus has shifted to Josh Allen, a Pro Bowl in his rookie season, but still hungry for more. Only a second-year player, Allen already sounds like a veteran after that season under the wing of number 93.
I got to do what I got to do. They brought me here for a reason, and I'm just doing what I can do to help my teammates and to help myself and to help this organization get to the point that we need to be. And that's all I can do. You know, my teammates put trust in me. I put trust in them, and they ever need to count on me, they can count on me. I'll be there for them.
Calais was really the leader in that group. And now, you know, we're putting that on Josh, even though he's a young player, but him and Abe's really need to step up and lead that group. Abe's knows what I expect in that room.
I had some guys, you know, hit me up and stuff like that and just let me know whatever I need them to do to get done. They're behind me fully. So I'm just trying to go around and just make sure I'm harping on guys to work on their technique, work on the little things that's going to make us a better D-line than last year.
Some notes in this unique year when it comes to the timeline of training camp practices. The Jags will be back on the field tomorrow morning for their 4th on-field workout with helmets on. Then on Monday, the pads go on for the first time as the team continues to ramp things up. They will have another day off on Wednesday. Remember, it's not as big a rush to get ready this time around. No preseason games that the Jaguars have to prepare for. On the back end of the defense is a guy like Jared Wilson, undrafted in 2016, signed by the Jags, and the ascension has continued from there. He made the roster, then worked his way into special teams, and is now a starter with a contract that runs through next season. But this is going to be a tough year for the current undrafted free agents. No preseason games means less chances to make an impression with the lights on. Wilson doling out some advice to those guys.
Been talking to a couple guys and undrafted guys about it, just being on the details of things, little things as far as being on time to meetings, little couple minutes early. It's a saying I've heard a long time ago, just you'd rather be seen than heard, especially when you're a younger guy. So just show up, be ready to work, and always just paying attention to the details.
Some good stuff there from Jared, and it really has been a very different training camp than any past years. Of course, you know all about the different testing measures that players are having to go through. Well, that also applies to some of the media members, and I can tell you a little bit about my experience. Going into that first practice on Wednesday, I had to get 2 negative coronavirus tests with 72 hours separating the two. So that was a part of being able to cover these practices, not to mention a little tracking device that had a beeping noise if you got too close to anybody. And it was funny because the next day, the Jaguars PR staff came back and had data saying how close we were to other guys over the course of that practice and who to stay further away from because we might have been too close to them during the course of that practice. They're tracking all this data and they're doing everything they can possibly do to keep everyone safe and healthy and make this season happen. That really is the big goal for 2020.
Phrase we've used, you know, it's not going to feel the same because it's not going to be the same. It is a different environment, and we all have to work together to adjust to these new patterns and create new habits to function.
We will continue to cover all the storylines both on and off the field in this 2020 season on First and 10 Training Camp. You can now catch it weeknights 11:15 on both CBS 47 and Fox 30, as we'll pick that up again on Monday.
Action Sports Jax Primetime, Saturday at 10:30 on Fox 30.